everybody see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now.
Multiplication of fraction, right?
Yeah. Okay. So may I start now? Good morning, Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Okay. And now today we are going to take a look at multiplication of fractions. And by the way, today and Friday, okay, two lessons, we are going to take a look at this topic. Now, this is a very long topic. So today we are going to take a look at some natural calculation first. And then on Friday, we are going to do some applications. Okay, so today you can say this is very easy, but maybe the calculation a little bit
Easy for them, right?
complicated, but a little bit more steps, right? Okay, so now before we start the lesson, I would like to play a game to you. Okay,
Oh.
take a look at that first. This is called magic calculation. Now this is not I give you a hint. This is not related to fractions. Okay, just a game. Okay, just start. Now if you have your piece of paper and pencil, please get ready, because I want you to do some very so-called, it is very interesting calculations. Okay. Now see the instructions. I guess everybody have your own birthday, right? Okay.
No.
They are no.
By the way, it is on Friday.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Okay. And
Don't exist.
I mean the birthday. You know your birthday, right? It has dates and months. For example, June the 11th will be 6 and 11. I want you to get these two numbers, and later we are going to do some calculations. Okay. Now again, June the 11th, the month will be 6, the day will be 11. Okay. So everybody should have these two numbers, and take these two numbers and follow the instruction below and do some calculations. Now take a look at that.
Interesting.
No. Okay. Are you ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Not yet.
Let
Not
me take
yet.
a piece of paper.
First step.
Yeah, take out a piece of paper first.
Okay.
Wait for
First-
me.
Yeah,
Wait
wait
for
for
me,
them.
please.
Yeah,
Wait
Mr.
for
Chan,
me.
wait for them.
Wait. Okay. Now, if you have
Can
a
I do
paper.
1347?
Huh?
13 and 47.
Wait.
That's my
You don't-
birthday.
You
Oh,
don't
this
need to tell us your birthday. Okay. Just keep in mind and do the following calculations. Okay. Now, step
Chị hãy
number one.
quyền.
Step number one.
Tao nghe
Add 17 to the number month.
What?
Okay. For example, now, let's see. For example, your month is June. The number is 6. Okay.
Oh.
So first step, add 17 to that month. Okay.
Your birthday month, right?
Month is 6. Add 17 to 17 plus 6. Okay. 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 Step 2. Wait, what happened? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And then step 2, multiply the result by 5. Okay.
The result of what?
The result of
So
first
Number
step.
one.
Step
Step
1.
one.
Sum of the
Step
sum.
1.
Step 1, yes.
Month
After step
thing
one-
hay month thing hay
No.
date à?
The sum of question the sum of number 1.
Number one.
Let me clarify a little bit more. For example, month is 6, means June, right? So the month is 6. And then add 17 to month means add 17 to 6. Yeah, the result is 23. Get it?
I'm not sure what I say.
And then this,
23 times 5.
Yes,
Yes.
good.
and then, yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
and then continue.
125.
No, you don't need to tell us.
No need to tell us, yeah.
Don't need to tell
Because
us.
each of you, the birthday month is different, right?
Yeah. Okay. Finish. Step 3.
Mhm.
How come I
Oh, yeah.
subtract 22 then?
Subtract the result of number 2,
Why
right?
does everything have to be 22 and 5 and stuff like that?
我想問下係
Because it's a big
22
coincidence
from
that that
咁
is
我哋
my
係
exact
嗰個
birthday.
數字啊，定係我哋生日個 date 啊？
Now, again, everyone has your own month and date, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So use your own month and own date to do these steps. Okay. So first step, add 17 to your month and then multiply this result by 5 and then get the result and then use the result to subtract 22.
Yes.
Okay, finish.
Finish.
Okay, and then step 4, multiply that result by 4.
Again.
Okay. Will be a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah. So big.
Yeah. So be patient. Every time we are going to calculate something, it is a very good practice for your basic calculation.
Mhm.
My number is so big,
Not really. It's
Especially
less
if your
than
month is
less than
December.
500, right?
That
Yes.
number
So
should
it won't be. It is not that
be
big.
the number only, or even 2. Okay, next step. Add 79.
Yeah.
Add the result of number 4 to 79.
Then.
Number 6.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Never mind. I already show all the steps. If you are
Yeah.
not following properly, you can just do it yourself.
More than 2,000 now.
Yeah, yeah.
More than 2,000. Yeah.
Almost
Mine
3,000
is
Close to
now.
3,000.
Never
I've
mind. Never
already
mind.
learned million.
Never mind. The
Already
answer
learned
is
digit million.
the answer would not be exceeding 4 digits. Okay. Number
Have
7.
4 digits.
At the date, the result above.
Come on.
Add the date to
Mhm. Okay. And then
Yes.
subtract this.
Oh. Subtract this.
Take your time.
不埋我個數字咧冇咁大㗎。
冇咁大。
咁你一定喺成
Guess
咗
So the
My
result should be your month and then
birthday.
your day.
真係冇咁大。
Yes, I got it right.
Me
I got
too.
it right.
I got 522.
There should be
522.
some mistake.
喺
If you
成嗰度
cannot-
睇睇啦。
500.
You
I
have-
mean,
Yeah, if your number is not that big-
522.
Now listen, if your number is
Date
not
and
that
month.
big to subtract 1,655, you must be doing something wrong.
You check it from the first step, especially the multiplication.
Yeah.
Then you find if your multiplication is wrong, then maybe you add it instead of multiplying.
Is
Take
it
a look.
going to be your birthday number? Like your month and your day?
Yes.
Do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
See the
I did
magic?
it right.
If you got the correct answer, you should see the magic number.
Oh yeah, it's
as the
right.
Yeah.
final result.
I can
And lots of
see
number
It's
patterns.
Magic
Magic
number is your
number?
birthday.
Yes.
right?
Yeah. And
I got 89.
89?
89
89.
should be a 3-digit number, right, Mr. Chan?
At least. At least.
Yes, the final answer should be a 3-digit number.
Sometimes it will be
Yes.
4-digit number.
89 would your birthday be?
But I have a 4 digit because
Eight
my
of
birthday is
September.
4 digit.
If not,
If
without
No,
If
it's
the birthday is on December
names
something,
of-
then will it be 4 digits? The
Yeah,
25th
mine is
of
4 digit.
December, then maybe 4.
And the 30th of November.
Depends on your birthday.
So if I born in 1st of
Let's see.
January, is that equal to 101?
You can do it. You can
Let's see.
try
And
it.
my result is a 3-digit number.
Me too.
How many of you get
Me
a 4-digit
too.
number? How many of you get a 4-digit number?
Me, but there's a 0, and so it's 0, 8.
4-digit number is that
Zero is
mean
also
they
count.
born in
I get
Wait, but it's one digit.
October, November, and December?
Yeah,
Got a 4-digit number.
and I think none of you will get a number bigger than 1,232,
One.
right?
Yeah.
Not bigger than
The
1,200.
largest number should be 1, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, hi.
Mr. Chan,
calculated wrong.
Mr. Chan，我想問下，咁應該拎啲乜嘢啦？
應該攞啲乜嘢？
What's
What are you asking?
What
我唔知，我拎咗209啊。
Okay, 209 means what is your birthday?
9th of February.
February.
Your birthday
9th
is-
of February,
Is
right?
it 9th of February?
Actually,
But-
the last two digits will be your date, right?
Mr.
Date of
Chu,
birth.
it became number 1. Only 1. Like 1月1號.
Then
This
it
is
should be
January.
1, 0,
4
1,
月
Answer
9
is
號
one.
生日㗎喎，
我12有生日
Answer
，so it's
is
like
one.
12.
Really? Let me check.
即係
What
跟
a
住應該
big
變咗4。
coincidence.
Add 17 to 1,
生日㗎，
and then times 5,
Mhm.
and then subtract 22, and then times 4, and then add 79, and then times 5, and then add the date 1, and then subtract 1655. It should be 101. Correct.
101, yeah. So, yeah, this is a little bit tricky. If you like to do it again, you can. Actually, this one is recorded already, right? If you look at the record, next time you'll find out these steps again, and then you're able to count again. Okay, so
You may ask your parents to do it.
yeah. Okay.
I'll do it for my parents.
Yeah, but
Me too.
not now. Okay, not now. Okay, because we
But not now.
not now.
我得啊，
Ask your parents at night. Yeah.
You can ask other teacher. If you
Yeah.
want to know their birthday.
Ask the teachers.
If you
Okay.
want to
And
know the birthday,
yeah.
Ask Mr.
you
Chu.
ask them to calculate.
Yeah.
Quite
Yeah,
interesting.
3-digit number, right?
My last number is 807.
我 birthday 係4月29日計4。
Okay.
Oh, I know what is your birthday
I
now.
supposed to
Yes.
receive the birthday gift.
Everybody.
My number was 522.
Oh.
Good.
I will
Yeah,
give
your
you a
birthday is coming.
banana.
Oh.
Later.
Next day, right?
Yes.
522.
How many of you get a 520? Which is today.
520.
I got a 518.
If
Oh,
you ask
518.
it,
Okay. Anyway, now this is the end of this.
Okay.
magic game.
Okay. So hope you like it.
There is
Wait,
another
I
game,
really
but
like
I
it.
forgot it. Is like also related to birthday and actually kind of shoe sizes sort of thing. And
Wow.
I just remember the answer. My answer when I did it this year was 11 because I was turning 11 this year.
So you share this game with us when we go back to
Actually,
and then let us
we
do some more
can-
game in the class then.
there are a lot of methods to make such a games. So depends on what's the answer you want to have. So make such game is not that difficult. Maybe
these
Mr. Chu will
games,
show
the
you
last
Age or your
the
birthday
last-
or
Oh.
The last step of every single
Yeah.
types of these games are also subtract 1655, so it's boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every single one.
No, just this one. Okay, now let's see what we are going to talk about today, about fractions, right? Multiplication of fractions. And we are going to, I'm going to show you some basic steps, okay? Although we know that we learned this topic a long time before, and I think most of you are familiar on it. However, this topic is actually in our SSBA exam, right? So just like a revision or a little bit tricks, I would like to show you. So in this like 30 minutes, we are going to show you the following. Now, oh, how come my computer is so slow? Okay, now I think I would like to show you this. Now, multiplication is just like multiplication of fraction is just like a multiplication of a whole number. However, of course, this is a fraction, right? We are not always having a whole number. Whole number is one part. We can have a proper fraction. We can have improper fraction. We can have mixed numbers, right? So if you are not familiar with what is the proper fraction, what is the improper fraction? Now, this is actually in P4, right? But I can show you the following things so that you can be clarified as well. Now, looks like a little bit more difficult, but think about this. A or B or C or D, E, F, G, H, I, J, something like that. They are all unknowns, okay? For example, if I say a proper fraction, it will be in the format A over B, okay, A over B. But the condition is A must be smaller than B, okay? So for example, 3 smaller than 5, so 3 over 5 is a proper fraction. Proper fraction is actually smaller than 1, okay? On the other hand, improper fraction also have a format C over D. However, C is bigger than D, okay? C is bigger than D, or another, yes, C is bigger than D, okay? For example, 6 over 5. 6 is bigger than 5, so 6 over 5 is an improper fraction. An improper fraction is usually bigger than 1, okay? Now, the whole number, E, for example, 5, for example, 7. Now, whole number is having a format E over 1. So for example, 7 equals 7 over 1. Now, why are we going to show that? Because it is, it will make the calculation a little bit easier, okay? I'll show you this later. Now, how about mixed number? Mixed number is this, F and G over H, okay? F and G over H. This is the mixed number, and if we are going to do the calculation, multiplication of fractions, we are going to make the mixed number convert to an improper fraction first. So the method is I equals F times H plus G. Wow, so complicated. We have an example, 2 and 3 over 4. Okay, so it's equals something over 4. What is the number? 2 times 4, which is 8. 8 plus 3 will be 11. So 11 over 4 will be the improper fraction form of the mixed number, okay? And especially if we have mixed number times mixed number, if we have 2 mixed number multiplied together, it will be in trouble. So we have to change it to mixed number first, okay? This is the fastest method. Okay, next. Now, the situation is a number multiplied by a number. We are talking about multiplication of fractions. So number and number, it will be like this. It will be proper fraction times improper fraction, or whole number times mixed number, or improper fraction by whole number, something like that. Many situations. We are not going to talk about it all the time, but I can show you a trick. No matter what the number are, change the number to a proper fraction or an improper fraction first, then calculate. What does it mean? Improper fraction and improper fraction are just one number over one number. We are not having the whole number part. We are not having a whole number. Even if it is a whole number, for example, 7, we change it to 7 over 1. Okay, and then the fraction times fraction will we calculate in this way. The product of the numerator over the product of the denominator. Means numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, and the product of them can be shown like this. Okay, now this is the in general form, the form in general. Okay, of course, sometimes we can do it a little bit faster. Now, let's see some examples. For example, proper fraction times proper fraction, very easy one, right? 3/4 times 5/7. Okay. Just multiply the numerator and get the resulting numerator. Denominator times denominator equals this. So 3/4 times 5/7 equals 15/28. Now, every question I have an answer for you, but starting from next question, I will show you the question first. I would like you to do by yourself first. After a few while, I'm going to show you the answers. Now, proper fractions times whole number. 3/4 times 9. I'll give you 30 seconds to finish it. Easy, right? Okay, who need more time?
Me.
Okay, be quick. Okay, here's
6 and 3/4.
very good.
6 and 3/4.
6 and 3/4. Now, actually, 9 equals 9/1. Okay, so 3/4 times 9 can be written as 3/4 times 9/1. Okay, and 3 times 9, 27, 4 times 1 will be 4, equals 6 and 3/4. Now, this is so-called modified. Modify the answer, make it more beautiful to get the simplest one. Okay, and this is the answer. Now, are we always going? Do we necessarily to do this 9 equals 9/1 every time? The answer is no, because 9 can be 9/1. So 9 can be changed to numerator. So if you have a fractions times a whole number, make sure you multiply the numerator part to the whole number part and get the resulting numerator. Okay, so whole number is simply a numerator because this is 9 equals 9/1. It is a numerator. Okay, now so next question. Now, how about improper fraction times improper fraction? Still not that difficult, right? 3/2 times 5/4. 20 seconds. Maybe Mr. Chiu and Ms. Wong and Mrs. Zhang, please help me to take a look at them. If they have something like show in the screen, because I just see my PowerPoint. I can't see anything. Thank you. Okay, so still easy, right? Because it is an improper fraction form, something over something times something over something. So just multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator, and get this. Right? 3 times 5 on top, 2 times 4 at the bottom, so 15/8. Don't forget, this is not the final answer. We have to change that to a mixed number, so that this mixed number is the final answer. Make sure that it is a mixed number and also it is in the simplest form. Okay. Another example, mixed number times mixed number. Now, take a look at this. Remember, we have to change the mixed number to improper fraction. So I'll give you 1 minute to do this question. I think most of them are very easy. So this is actually a revision. So I would like to show you some easy questions and make sure that you finish them all. You are able to finish them all, even though some more complicated questions coming.
Excuse me, Mr. Chu, there's a student, Juliet Yip, is in the waiting room, but I cannot admit her.
Oh, me too.
I don't know how to admit her in. She has been waiting for a long time.
Yeah. Does anyone need more time?
It's 3 and
Okay, 3 and what?
3 and 15 over 16.
3 and 15 over 16. Is it correct? How many of you get this number? 3 and 15 over 16? Now, see the steps, okay? When you are doing exercise or even in exam, take a look at this. 1 and 3 over 4 change to 7 over 4 first. And then 2 and 1 over 4 change to 9 over 4. Okay, so that 1 and 3 over 4 times 2 and 1 over 4 just equals 7 over 4 times 9 over 4. And you're correct, 7 times 9 on top, 4 times 4 at the bottom, 63 over 16. The answer is 3 and 15 over 16. So very good, you get the answer. And I would like to say one more thing. Take a look at it. Can we do this? Like two mixed number. Can we just take out the whole number part, multiplying them first, and then take the fraction part and then multiplying them first and then combine together, just like you are doing addition or subtraction. Can we do that? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. The answer is no. The answer is no. When I'm not going to do maybe I have a pencil. Now, for example, 11 right here. 11 and 3 over 4. Now, what is 11 and 3 over 4 equals? Somebody tell me.
47.
47, yes. And then 2 and 1 over 4 equals, again, 9 over 4, right? So these two numbers multiplied together, just like these two numbers multiplied together, 47 over 4 times 9 over 4. Wow, very big number, right? I need a calculator. 47 times 9 equals 423 over 16. The answer is 26 and sorry, wait. 423 divided by 16 equals 26 and 7 over 16. Okay, so it is not the same. Okay, and this method is actually doing, when you are doing addition and subtraction, you can take out the whole number parts and then do it that first. But in multiplication and division later, we cannot do this. Remember that, okay? The only method is you have to change to a mixed number. Oh, sorry, a mixed number change to an improper fraction, both, and then do the calculation here. Okay, so remember that, don't do this. All right. Okay. Now, I would like to have some exercise for you. So I'll give you 3 minutes to do these 2 questions. And please, when you finish your questions, please type your answer into the chat box. Okay. See if anyone can get both answers correct. By the way, Mr. Chiu, I have a question. I am
Can
I
you
am
see
in
the
my
chat room?
yeah. Am I able to see the chat room? I think question number 1 is easy, right? Yeah, I can see many of you are.
Yeah, they're typing
18 over
18
49.
over 49
9.
for the
Yeah.
first question. Should be easy, right?
Some of you say 18 over 19. How come? Maybe typing error.
Typing error.
Typing error. Yeah. Okay. How about number 2? Now, number 1 should be easy. Number 2 will be will actually
They
use
have to do one more step, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
a few more steps. And also make sure if they have to simplify if necessary. Can I say this is 1 times 1 and then 6 over 7 times 3 over 7? Okay, let's see.
少少唔係
Yeah.
係我咁樣寫啲問題，我唔撳唔到嗰個所有人嗰個即係嗰個嘢。
Oh, to
即係
everyone.
係咁即係撳唔到咯。
哦，你就係撳到俾我啊？係咪啊？
唔係啊，
咁你而家係發給邊個人？
咁你可以俾邊個人咧？唔緊要啦，你照可以喺度計啫嘛。
我
OK
哋
㗎。
臨尾啱就得㗎啦。
係啊。
Now, many of you show the second answer already.
Second answer, they type, let me see, 32 over 49.
2 and 32 over 49.
Is that correct?
Some of you 32 over 49 and then 2 and
Yeah, I missed the 2. Should be 2 and then space and then 32 over 49.
It is difficult because we cannot type.
Yeah, we can't type fraction in chat room.
Yes. So of course this is accepted.
Usually we will type, for example, 2 and 1 over 3. We will type 2 and then space and then 1 stroke 3.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, now I give you 15 seconds more if you are still working on number 2. Okay, I'll turn off this one first. Okay, now I can see many of you get the correct answers.
Yeah, you can check your own understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We have taught it in half years ago. In semester 1, right?
This is a very good revision for this. Since
Yeah.
we have this in our SSB exam, right? And just a hint, if we only have 4 topics in SSB exam, what do you think? Okay, so these are the 2 answers. Yeah, I think most of you get correct. So hands, applause. Okay, next one. Now, this is a tricky question. Think about this. Which is bigger? I have 2 calculations. Do you think which one's bigger, the left one or the right one? I give you 2 minutes. Oh, well, I can see right, obviously. Right. The left one or the right one or even they're stable? I didn't type the answer here, so I'm going to write down. On this one. But this one first, okay. 1 and 1 over 7 plus 1 over 7 equals how many? Who can tell me?
1 and 2 over 7.
1 and 2 over 7. Good. This is 2 over 7, right? This one, when we have, again, when we have two mixed numbers, what are we going to do next?
Change them into improper fractions.
Very good. So 1 and 1 over 7 changed to improper fraction will be 8 over 7. Am I right?
Yes.
And then 1 and 1 over 8 change to make improper fraction. How many?
9 over 8. 9 over 8.
9 over 8.
Yes.
Okay. And then you can see this is an 8 here, this is an 8 here, right? So what are we going to do? Simplify, right? Then the answer is 9 over 7, which is 1 and 2 over 7. Okay, so what is the answer?
Same.
Same. Okay. Now, why many of you say that obviously this is bigger, but the answer is not. This is not obvious. We have to do calculation every time. And maybe you think that we are doing multiplication, so it must be bigger. But think about it, not all the time it's this. Especially if when you are multiplying some number which is smaller than 12. Okay, this will make the number even smaller. Okay, maybe next time I'll show you later. Okay, so again, these two parts actually are equal. Okay, not the right one, not the left one, but they are equal. Okay. Oh, next question. Again, I would like to show you the importances of simplify. Now, for example, 10 over 21 times 7 over 8. Okay, of course we can do this, right? 10 times 7 over 21 times 8 equals 8. You can see 10 and 8 can be simplified as 5 times and 4. And then 21 and 7 can be simplified as 3 times 1. So that this is actually 5 times 1 on top, 3 times 4 at the bottom. Therefore, the answer will be 5 over 12, right? Very easy one. However, if you're not using this simplified method, you can do something like this. Now, this is the same step, but I can see some of you, okay, some of you are still doing something like this. Multiply it first, multiply the bottom at the bottom. No matter, we can simplify something first. Okay, now, are you doing something wrong? No, you. I mean, you are doing. I mean, your calculation is right. You can still have 5 over 12 at your final answer. However, 70 over 168 might not be an easy way to show that. Okay, I would like to ask you this question, which is easier when you are simplifying first and have some very simple one at the bottom, or you just close your eyes and do the calculation and do the multiplication first, and then you get a very, very big fraction. Okay,
The first one.
yeah, of course the first one will be easier. So why are we going to simplify first? Because we can simplify means we can make both numerator and denominator smaller at the very early stage. Okay, so if you are going to simplify first, then those numbers at the bottom are very, very simple. Otherwise, 70 over 168 is not an easy one to do. Okay, if you still don't believe it, I want to show you another example. Take a look at that. Now, the trick two, okay, I'll show you first. Always simplify first before doing multiplications. It's always faster, always easier, because simplifying means dividing something. at the very beginning. Take a look at this example. What is the answer of the following?
Oh,
I give you 1 minute to do that. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just use the normal method to do.
It's actually easy.
Actually,
Yes.
easy.
Stop trying to brag about everything.
Really? Now let me see the chat room.
Karen.
Anyone?
This question is really easy, but it just only looks difficult. So you have to pay attention in the calculation. You must do the correct. I mean, you must do the calculation correctly. Then you can easily find the answer.
Yeah, many of you see this. Yeah. Okay. Now I'll show you the answer 5 seconds later. Right? When you change these numbers into improper fraction, you can see 89, 89 cancel out. 29, 29 cancel out. 61, 61 cancel out. If you are not doing cancel out first, actually you will get this number 89 times 29 times 61. You will get this. Of course, they are the same, but you have to use a lot of time to finish the useless multiplication here. Okay, so this is why we are considering doing simplify at the very beginning. Otherwise, it will be in trouble to you. Okay, next one. Now, almost the last few parts. Okay, I'll show you one problem solving questions. Okay, not that difficult. Let's take a look at that. Matthew is 1 and 1/10 meters tall. Jenny's height is 1 and 1/11 times of Matthew. Joseph's height is 2/3, 2/3 of Jenny. How tall is Joseph? Now, what can we do? Because we are going to write down the horizontal form, which is first step, right? So think about what is the first step. I'll show you later. The first step is quite long, so you don't need to write down in the chat room. Okay, just think about it. Are we going to use multiplication or division or plus or minus? Is it all multiplication? Something adding? No, right? Okay, so this is the first step, and I'm stopped here. I would like you to find the answer for me, and about 1 minute. Okay, about 1 minute. Okay. How many of you get the answer? Let me see.
Oh,
they can't answer. We have,
yes, you can check the answer in the chat box now.
yeah.
You can just write down the final answer. Yeah, you don't need to write down all the steps. It's too long for the chat room. If you find the final answer, you can just write down. Yeah, I can see the chat room. Many of you get the correct one. Hey, what happened? Who is this? 4 meter. Who say that? 4 meters taller than a basketball. Basketball. Okay. Now, not that difficult one. We have two. Oh yeah. Okay. We have two mixed numbers. So change the mixed number to improper fraction, and then we still have two improper fraction, one improper fraction. Just do the multiplication, and if you have something you can simplify, just simplify, right? So 11 and 11 simplify. 12 and 3 simplify to 1 and how many? 4, right? And then 2 and 10 will be 5. We have 4 on top, 5 at the bottom. So answer is 4/5. Okay. If Joseph's height is 4/5 meters, now don't forget this sentence. Joseph is 4/5 meters tall. Who is Joseph? How old is Joseph? What do you think?
3.
3. 3 what?
This is my dad.
3.5.
3 years old.
My dad, 3 years.
2 years old.
2 years old.
Until
2.5 years old.
Yeah. Maybe.
No, it's
Yeah, 2.5 years old. Yeah. Or maybe less than 2. Okay. 4/5 meters is actually 80 cm. 80 cm. Okay. So it must be a boy. Okay. A little boy. Okay.
Short.
he's my dad.
But what if Joseph is a little person?
No, whose dad is called Joseph? This is not
Mine.
not your dad.
Joseph is a girl.
Joseph
is a saint.
Joseph it's not a girl.
And also
Okay.
my dad.
My dad is Joseph.
Your dad is a girl. Okay, now, so this is an example. Now, this is an example of problem solving. I'm not going to give you another example of problem solving. I'll leave those problem solving things, or also a little bit more complicated things on Friday. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, I've seen some answer which is written 4.5. Pay attention that 4.5 is different from 4/5. 4.5 meters is larger than 1, and 4/5 is less than 1. So 4.5 meters is definitely wrong answer. Okay,
Yeah.
somebody has written that. wrong.
Mr. Chan, how about if they write 80 cm long? Joseph is 80 cm long. Is that correct?
How long?
Tall, sorry. Joseph is 80 cm tall. So
Okay.
is that correct when if they write that answer in our SSK examination?
Okay, now this is a good question, Mr. Chiu. Let me show you. Who write down the answer? Okay, now, for example, equals 4/5, right? The final answer is 4/5. And when you want to find out Joseph, Joseph
Okay.
is tall. Now, you can write down 80 cm. I accept. But if you write down, I think if you're writing down this as your final answer, of course, you have some calculating in your mind, right?
Yes.
In your mind. So, if you are writing 80 cm, actually, we don't need you to actually write down the calculation as well. Like, what I think is, do you think you need to write this one after this?
No.
The answer is no.
No.
You don't need to write that. However, if you write down Joseph is 80 meters tall, obviously this is wrong, right? Why are we going to say that? Because you can see how tall is Joseph. We are always using meters, right? If you want to change 4/5 to 80 cm, Now you have to write down cm instead of meter. If you change this, but you still keep meters here, this is not correct. 80 meters tall is terrible. Okay, 80 meters is terrible for a person. Okay.
So how about if they write 0.8 meters tall? Is that correct?
It is 0.8 meters tall, right?
That means 4/5, change it into decimal.
Yes, thank you.
We know that 4/5 is the answer, 4/5 meters. And also 80 cm and 0.8 meters are exactly the same as 4/5 meters, right? So this answer accept, this answer accept, but this answer is not. Okay. You don't need to write down any calculation like this. You just give me the correct answer or equivalent answer with correct units. Then you can get marks. Okay.
Yeah.
And
But I do think 4/5 is the best answer, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we are doing
Even they write 0.8 meters or 80 cm tall. So we also accept that those answers.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.